You've probably heard about rodeo riders that break horses. And I don't know if you know, but Pastor Doug, at one time living in the hills, I adopted 2 wild Mustangs from Arizona. We were part of a program. We did it with the Covelo Youth Program. We thought this will be great, give the kids something to do. So a bunch of us adopted some Mustangs. I adopted 2 of them. These are wild, wild horses. They've born in the wild until they're captured by these cowboys. They are kicking and snorting and wild. And so they released them into this corral, and a couple of old-timers told us about breaking horses, and I'd never done this. I'm from New York City. But I thought, I've got to show the kids we're not afraid, and so we lassoed one of the blue roans, beautiful gray horse with a black mane, about 3 years old. And it fought and snorted, and we tied its head off to a post that was secured in the middle of the corral. And then they managed it. Some other cowboys did this because I didn't know. They then lassoed one of its front feet because they can't kick so hard if you pull up one of its front feet, threw the rope over its back and hoisted up front foot. So it's got its head down, one foot up. They threw a saddle on it and they put me on the back. And I said, how do you do this? And they said, hang on. I said, am I supposed to hold on with one hand and wave the other in the air like a road cowboy? They said, no, you hang on for all you got. And they said, lean back because he's going to try and buck you forward. And they said, are you ready? And then they untied its front foot and untied its head. And it paused for a minute, and then it began to jump 4 feet at one time in the ground, just boom, boom, boom. And then it began to go around, try and buck me off. And it bucked so hard, and I held on so hard that the cinch that holds it underneath the belly, it snapped, and I flew off the back of the horse and landed in a pile of manure. It was dry, but they had all pushed it up into once. But I'm thankful for that because it cushioned the blow. And I was bruised, but then the horse came after me. And I jumped like a rodeo clown. I jumped out of the arena. And, it was hard the second time. We did it a few more times. I saw some other people do it, and they finally broke the horses. That's one way of doing it. But, the Comanche Indians were the best horsemen in the world. Second place would have maybe been the Mongols of the plains. And several historians have said they would get a wild Mustang, and in one day they would gentle the horse where they could ride it. But they did not do it the hard way by beating it and bucking it and tying it. They would walk into the arena and they would caress it and they'd talk to it. They'd get used to them. They'd blow in its nose. They'd lean against it. And they could do this in one day so that they could gentle the horse, that's what they call it, and ride it around and mount it in one day, no saddle. So you got a couple of ways. We must be gentled so that the Lord can ride us. But he does it with love.